morning. Welcome back to our podcast about General Hospital. First thing I want to say is that thank you for those who voted. For now on, our podcast episodes are going to be about 30 minutes each. So just want to give you a heads up on that. Next up, thank you everybody for following and leaving your reviews. We really appreciate it, especially since June is the month that we started last year. So happy 1 year anniversary for us. Is there anything else, Mom?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, all right then. Well, let's get started on Journal Hospital this week. It's kind of a audacity week, I feel like, for me. A lot of audacity, but let's start with the least, which is Ethan. Now, Mom, we have been talking about this for a couple of months. Do we think that Ethan is the father, or do we think he's covering or trying to like save Phoebe from the actual father?
I've been waiting on this all week to talk about it. I don't believe for a minute he's still the father. I believe he's covering for somebody else. And
Hmm.
it can be the person maybe is a really not like a good person, or maybe the person can be into something not so great. But I believe that he is still not the father. I do believe he is covering it up. What shocked me was that there's no DNA test being done. So Alexis talked to him and she's taking his word for it. But I'm just like, so there's no DNA at all to make sure that he is the father. So I was kind of surprised by that. But I still say he's not the father. He's definitely covering for somebody. And it's going to be horrible because he's not telling the truth.
Hmm.
So when the father does show up and start claiming his right, he's going to have the rights because Ethan lied. And then Alexis is going to be dragged into it because she didn't take it a step further and say, well, let me do a DNA test. So we got to make sure, like check out that he is the father because he's told her he was with her like one time or what have you. And of course, you can get pregnant on one time, but still, it's more to the story to me.
Yeah, I feel like it could be Cassius because Cassius came on before her. It also could be this new character that's supposed to come on. His name is supposed to be Tristan Rogers. Now, it could be connected to Robert, the character, and we know that the actor had passed away last year. It could be that, or this new character could be connected to Phoebe. What I liked was Ava knew Ethan was scheming something. She don't know what, but she don't care. Ava's about her coins. So I was like, go ahead, Ava. I think she's the one that might figure out that Ethan is not the father, potentially. I don't know, but Ethan tried with Ava. Ava's like, nah, give me some money. So I feel like we're going to know more about this later. I just hope the adoption is stalled. And I say that because of everything that's been going on between Brooklyn, Chase, and Willow. I don't know. Do you feel like he's just oblivious to what Willow's doing? Or do you think he knows what she's doing and he's fine with it?
I think he probably knows and he's fine with it. And in his heart, he probably really believes that he probably won't cheat on Brooklyn, but at the end of the day, it's wrong. And Willow, I mean, her thing is when Brooklyn, threatened her to stay away from Chase, all Willow did to me was just say, noted, challenge
Mm-hmm.
received,
Mm-hmm.
because she went straight for him and right after that. So it's like Willow is just that kind of person. Like Brooklyn can't do like an empty threat. So I was actually kind of glad to see her team up with Lucy Cole because Lucy, she knows, I think how to handle the situation. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Lucy comes up with for her. But at this point, Brooklyn, she's gonna have to fight for her marriage, or she can just stand there and just see what Chase does at this point. But it's really Willow. It's not Chase that's coming onto her. I mean, he's doing some things he shouldn't do, like talk
Like,
about like I want to rub your feet or something.
love her
But
feet, giving her flowers, hugging her a little bit too long for
yeah,
me. It's just little
yeah.
stuff he's been doing. It's like, oh, Brooklyn is it's innocent. There's nothing going on. It's like, Chase, are you that oblivious? Now it's glad Tracy was going off on him about it. And of course Chase trying to be all bad. and calls Brooklyn over. And Tracy was like, look, I can see what's about to happen. Get out while you can. And I agree because they're trying to adopt Phoebe. The last thing anybody wants is for Brooklyn to be tied to Chase. Because you know if Chase is going to be tied to Willow. I would not want her around my kid whatsoever with her craziness. So I hope that Brooklyn talks to Alexis because Alexis saw it. She was there when Willow and Chase like, oh thank you, oh thank you, oh thank you, oh no, you're great. And Alexis like, what is going on here? So I hope that Brooklyn tells Alexis to stall a little bit on that. Because the last thing you want to be is tied to somebody who's not faithful to you, who's pretty much being a moron. I kind of wish Tracy threw Gregory in her face and say that his father would be very disappointed in him. I mean, if Finn was around, I think he would tell Chase the same thing. Like, what are you doing with Willow? She cheated on you. What, she's circling back around you now? After you was going to be Michael again and then Drew again. She's on her third marriage, and each one and she has cheated. It does remind me of what Josslyn said after everything happened with Michael after he got burned. It's like you cheat on Chase with Michael. You did the same thing Michael with Drew. I wonder who's next. It's Chase. She just does not know how to stay faithful. And I'm so tired of Nina making her be like the victim. And I love how Lisel came in and was like, oh, poor Willow. Oh, she's not the victim. She's a viper. Like, come on, Nina. And every chance Nina gets, she has to defend her. And the audacity for her to call Michael a monster.
Yeah, that kind of threw. Yeah, I
I
was
was like,
like,
he was not a
no.
monster. And I think the only reason she said that was because Carly is his mother. And she can't
Hmm.
stand Carly. Nina can't stand none of Carly's kids. At some point, she can't stand Donna at one point. You know, I think that's probably going to happen later down that she can't stand Donna, but she cannot stand none of Carly's kids. So it is what it is. But I'm glad Lizzo was like, you two need to do better. I don't care what you're doing, just do better. And Willow, I think, was just kind of, she had like, because I feel like with Willow, she thinks she's the smartest person in the room, and she's not. And that was definitely showed with Liesel. I mean, come on, it's Liesel. She knows what a stroke person looks like. She knows Drew is doing Morris Code. Like Liesel's like, just do better, all right? Because y'all two suck. I thought it was a great scene.
Well, Lizzo had me cracking up. She was like, "Y'all need to put some sunglasses on him because he's the one like, hey, these SOS signals." So I was
Mm-hmm.
cracking up. That whole scene with her was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, she always clock Willow, but Nina just don't want to hear it. But I see Nina didn't tell her when Lizzo was like, you better watch out because she'll turn on you. And then Nina just kind of like put her hand up. She didn't tell her though that
Mm-hmm.
she already has done that to her. Because Lisa will probably just really go off about that.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
gonna let your daughter do this to you kind of thing? Lisa will probably just lose it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're showing Lisa now. I said it's about time because I like her character.
Well, yeah, and I feel like she should have been in the storyline a long time ago. And I kept saying, like, where's Lisa at? Where's Lisa? So now she's around, but then she got kidnapped by Cullum. Cullum is so desperate. Because when you talked to Sid was saying he got to find someone, I was like, Lisa would be the next best person. She worked with Faison for years. She knows her stuff. I'm surprised he didn't use her first, but Lisa's also a wild card, too. So we shall see how next week's gonna go because I don't think Cassius knows about this. And then she's put in a room with Josslyn. So I think Lizo and Josslyn are going to work together on this whole thing. And I wonder how it's going to go. Because Josslyn tried to escape. I give her credit. She was trying her hardest to escape. But girl, there are like 10 ways to get out of Windermere. And you chose the front door.
The front though.
Really? You couldn't find a tunnel? Like as a kid, she was on the island because she was friends with Spencer. You forgot where everything was at. Like, come on, Josslyn. It was just like I I don't know, but Josslyn is like, oh, wait, I did shoot me. It's like, yeah. Like, what do you think this? I was kind of.
Stilwell was funny though, because Stilwell was like, "It's not like I haven't done it before." Told her that, he underlied somebody in the living room. So, but she don't know that. But I thought it was smart of her to drop her ring like that.
Mhm,
So hopefully Lucas or somebody finds it so that they know that she's there. Because right now nobody knows where she's at. They are starting to get down to it, Carly and Valentine, but right now, they really don't have proof that she's in the house. I'd be glad when they figure it out.
mhm. Yeah, I think Lucas could figure out because Lucas is on a mission. He wants it well taken down. He wants Cullum taken down too. I thought it was really good when he went to what's the guy name? Officer Joe. And then he went to Windermere, and Pascal looked as scared. Silva looked like he was about to strangle him right there. It was very messy. I liked how Tracy and BLQ were looking back and forth, like, what is going on here? And Pascal, of course, runs. And I love how Sonny, I thought it was funny when he had not on the car. It's like, hey, do you need a lift? And he's holding up the wires. I was like, dang, Sonny, you just out here. So I'm glad that Pascal helped out. He will probably return at some point if Sewell doesn't get to him. But Lucas is on a mission. Now he did get the pictures. I'm glad we saw that part because at first they didn't show it. I was like, wait, he gonna do a Mission Impossible and just go
Right.
on in? I'd say, but then they show. I'm like, okay, at least show it. He did great. It's just that I didn't like how they were writing Sonny and Laura because they're both like, yay, it's over, and Lucas is like, no, it's not. He's still around. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's not being taken down. Yes, he doesn't have the blackmail anymore, but he could come up with something else to blackmail them. I don't understand why they wrote Sonny and Laura like that, where they kind of dumbed them down a bit. I'm not sure if that's the right word because General Hospital has a say where they dumb down vets to make the new character seem smarter, which is what I feel like they've been doing with Josslyn. But I do like Sonny and Laura working together. I'm just tired of Laura being like, no, Sonny, you can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, Laura, you stay in your lane. Sonny will stay in his lane. I don't understand why she's just so against Sonny doing what he needs to do. Because you know what Sonny does. So I'm not understanding why she's like, oh no, Sonny, don't do that. It's like, Laura, come on. Like he threatening your grandson. He threatening everybody in your life. I would want him taken out too. At least lose some legs or something. Do something to him. Because in prison, he will be fine in prison. He has connections.
Well, I liked how Pascal just vanished when the lights went out. When Jocelyn had knocked the power out. I
Mm-hmm.
like how quickly he got out of there. That was hilarious. I was like, that man wasn't playing. He was running for his life at that point because he knew Stigwell was going to end up getting him and, just shooting him and ask questions after the fact.
Yeah.
So I was just cracking up at that whole scene. But yeah, that scene when Sonny walked up and knocked on the window, that was hilarious too. I like too when they were in the warehouse and Pascal tried to get up and Sonny pushed them back down.
No, yeah.
That was funny too. So yeah, I thought the writing on there was pretty like hilarious the way it was done. But yeah, I agree with you. When they said, "Oh, it's over," I'm like, no, it's not. Like, what are you talking about? That's just the start of trying to get closer to shutting Silwood down, but it's definitely not the end of it. And Lucas, I just hope nothing end up happening to him because he's really putting himself on the line going through all of this, and he knows how
Mm-hmm.
dangerous Sitwell is. So he's putting it all on the line for Marco, basically. But I'm kind of glad to see Lucas in this role, taking a hardcore stand now, and standing on what he believes, and he believes in taking Sitwell down. So I applaud him for doing that. But so now we got Colin now going after Liesel. I'm not surprised because I was like, she's the only person that can take over Britt's job
Mm-hmm.
at this point. So I was not surprised by that when he basically grabbed her. I'm not shocked. But Liesel is nothing to play with. She's gonna figure out once he, lock her up in the room with Josslyn, she's gonna figure out how to get out of there too.
Mm-hmm.
So those two together teaming up probably be pretty good to watch. Josslyn and Liesel. And Jack, I like how he's trying to fake that he's still kind of locked in a way because Colin went there and threatened Jack like he's basically gonna take him out. So I'm glad Jack is faking it. But what I hated, oh my goodness, was him telling Nina about Carly and Valentine. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
She
Nina was upset. She's such a hypocrite. Carly, why would he turn to Carly and not me? I'm like, Nina, because you suck. Like anything you
hmm
do, it falls apart. You couldn't even in Jack Drew. You you did Jack. And now you can't even continue to do that. Cullum thinks he's still being drugged, and he's not. And you're mad that Valentine turns to Carly. Well, actually, Carly turns to Valentine. I
hmm
mean, it is what it is, but her, just barging up in Carly's house with the attitude. And Valentine's like, what do you want? I was like, dang, Valentine cold. But I get it because Nina betrayed Charlotte. And when she heard his daughter, nah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Valentine for giving Nina the cold shoulder, but she's like, "Oh, you could have came to me." No, he really couldn't have, because you hurt his daughter, Nina. Come on.
Yeah. Well, see, and she'll throw anybody under the bus. I mean, anybody for Willow.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he was right to definitely trust Carly and not trust Nina. But yeah, I was so disappointed that Jack ended up telling her, but he had to
yeah.
because he knows that Cullum will be back and he's coming for him. So he needed Valentine to come there so he can talk to him. And also he let Carly and Valentine know he didn't send Josslyn nowhere. So now they figuring out that she most likely is at Windermere. So now they just need to get over there somehow onto that island and find out where is she exactly there, at Windermere. So
Mhm.
at least they figured that out. But yeah, Nina coming over there with the attitude and oh, I just can't believe this kind of thing. It's like, girl, you ain't been with Valentine in a long, long, long time. It's like, get over yourself. But I am here for Valentine and Carly all day, every day. So I'm glad he kind of did that. And I like how Carly walked up to Valentine when he was talking to Nina too. And I thought that was like the right time to do it because Nina was kind of tripping out. So I like that. But yeah, Valentine, he's standing 10 toes down with his Carly. So I
Which
was
is
like,
fine. It's
yeah.
fine. But my question is that, okay, so Column gets Liesel, and then
hmm
who puts her in with Josslyn? Because Cassius, I think, told Josslyn that Colin doesn't know that she's there. So would he know when he puts Liesel in the room that Josslyn's in?
If he does, he gonna have a lot of questions.
Yeah, because I'm like, Cassius, what are you going to do? Because supposedly Colin doesn't know that Josslyn is there. He thinks
Well,
maybe the room is empty or something,
well, I didn't know Sidwell was aware that she was there though.
What,
So I
what
didn't know that until the scene popped up when he pulled a gun on her.
Well, yeah. I mean, he did know because when he was out, I think with Ava and Lucy, he got the phone call from, I think it was Pascal, maybe,
hmm
because Cassius called Pascal, and I think either Pascal or Cassius called Sidwell about it, but no one told Colum no. So Sidwell Ben knew that she was there. My thing is, Colum doesn't know, but he could know when he put Lizzo in there. Then
hmm
what? What's Cassius going to say then?
And
Because
Cash
you
is
can't.
probably gonna flip a script because that's his mama. So now you going after his mama.
Yeah.
And I like how he did come in and save Jocelyn. I thought, but see, it shows you that he's not totally the bad person here.
No, no,
So because he did come in and he did save her life at that point, he's gonna not be happy that they did call him grabbed his mom. He ain't gonna be happy with that at all. So
no.
it's gonna be interesting to see what he does but he let Josslyn know, like, stop trying to escape because it's not only your life on the line, mine is on there too.
Yeah, and now Lisel. And my thing is, will Lisel know that's not Nathan? Will she know that's probably her twin, or maybe that's Nathan brainwashed? I wonder how that. I'm curious to see how they're going to write that part, because I think it might be revealed to her, or maybe Josslyn would say something. You know, Josslyn can't keep her mouth shut for long. I mean, we've seen how she done her own mother, and that had zero benefit for her. So
So why do you?
I don't know.
So I got a question. Why do you think that when Jocelyn was talking to Sidwell at the end there, when Cassius was there, why do you think she went? How did she say it? She said something like, "What did you do to Nathan or whatever?" What's his name? Oh, Sidwell was like, "Oh, you don't know your captive." So why do you think that she's fronting like she thinks that's Nathan? Because she know it's not. So why do you think she's fronting with Sidwell about it?
I think it's just to cover herself as this dumb agent. Jocelyn
Okay.
knows a lot. And for her to kind of stay alive, she needs to pretty much dumb herself down. If she
Mhm.
knows way too much information, which she does, I think Sitwell probably would have palled her right there
Mhm.
if she said Cassius, because that's the last thing Sitwell wants for anybody to know is that that's not Nathan, because that would have a ripple effect on everybody
True.
in Port Charles. So I feel like for her, she's just this dumb Asian who just, wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. And Cash is like, hey, let's put her over here for a little bit because I think she may know some stuff, but Josslyn knows everything. She
Yeah, she
knows
does.
exactly what's going on. She knows more than Jordan because Jordan
Mhm.
been at Silver side for over a year and discovered nothing. And Jocelyn, she been on it for months. It's just that she got caught up with her arrogance and is held captive right now. But I do hope that Jocelyn tells Liesel the truth. But I'm I don't know. I feel like either way Liesel wouldn't care.
No, because it's still her son at the end of the day,
Yeah.
whether it's Cassius or Nathan. So let's get into it with Michael. So Michael and Jacinda um setting up Chase and Willow. That was interesting, but I think Michael don't have to do anything at this
No,
point. I think
not
all
at
Michael
all.
got to do is just sit back and just let everything unfold. I know he called his PI, I believe, because he just wants the pictures at this point. But he don't have to really lift a finger because I just think that they're gonna get him exactly what he needs. I like the conversation Michael had with Tracy though, to kind of let her know to probably just fall back and let Brooklyn just see Chase for who he really is. I agree with Michael 100%. And I hope that Michael does kind of fall back and don't get caught up in it where then Brooklyn is so mad at him and then she started blaming him for the destruction of her marriage. It's like, no, girl, Willow and Chase is the destruction of that marriage right now. So I like how Michael just was like fall back, but he needs to fall back too.
Yeah, I feel like all Michael has to do is have his PI take pictures and follow Willow.
Hmm.
That's it. He has to do nothing else but pay the PI. That's
Hmm.
all he needs to do. My thing is, what's the fallout going to be of this? Because I don't want Michael to throw Brooklyn under the bus for the whole accident that Jordan and Curtis caused. I rather have them split because of Chase being a moron that he is, and Willow is just don't know how to be faithful to anybody. So I rather Michael go down that route than to throw Brooklyn under the bus because Tracy gonna be livid if he does that. Because Tracy's trying to cover for Brooklyn as much as she can,
What
but
Tracy was like, go pack your bags because you gotta go. Tracy had me cracking
yeah,
up.
and I don't blame Tracy. It's her house, and you
Yep.
are disrespecting everybody up in there. You are all like, "Oh, quarter means are this, quarter means are that." Yeah, you there on a lake. You eat their food. You
Swimming in their pool or
you
their
use
lake.
their water.
Yeah.
You use their lights. and you
What
have the
they said.
audacity to complain to Willow, and Willow has the audacity too because she was using their resources, their jet, their food, using all that stuff. But oh, quartermains are just so blah. It's like whatever, y'all two belong together. Go fly a kite somewhere. I'm so over it. I'm over it. But I predicted, not sure when, but I said July they would probably get together because July seems to be Willow's month to act the fool. So I think it's gonna be by
The
July.
4th of July, she gonna hook up with
Yeah,
them.
I think by July they're definitely gonna hook up, and it's a matter of what's BLQ going to do. Because if I was BLQ, I would leave Chase. I would not adopt with him. I would like Alexis only meet because who was flipping the bill to pay Alexis? Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Chase ain't had contribute nothing but what time, if that, to hold
No, and
Phoebe.
then hold on, but then Willow even offered him a job. Okay, so that kind of got me too, because she offered Chase a job. And it's like he don't have the experience to do all of that. So, and then him even thinking about it. But I mean, at least I give him credit. At least he did tell Brooklyn that Willow had put this offer on the table. But Chase should not take it. One, that's your ex, you'll need to be working that closely with
Mm-mm.
her. And then two, I thought he loved being a cop too. So now he's gonna do something totally different to go work with Willow, and then you gonna trust your livelihood to Willow or all people. Okay.
This, I think this is the one time I wish Finn was around. Because
Yeah.
Finn was very straightforward with Chase. He'd be like, "Are you stupid? Like, what?"
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He would call it everything out, and he just not listening to his wife or anybody about what Willow is doing. Chase just doesn't care. So
Mm-mm.
he wants to go be with her. Go ahead and be with her. And then she would cheat on you yet again with probably Michael, hopefully not, or maybe Drew, or maybe Curtis. I have no idea who was going to be next, but she has a pattern. It's like every couple of years she with somebody else. She gets so bored so easily. That girl, ugh, she gets
And
so like,
she better be careful because once Drew come out of there, you know he going straight for her.
oh yeah, her, Nina, I not Liesel, because Liesel would probably take him out like Peter out in the woods somewhere. So I don't think he gonna bud Lizzo much. And if he does go after Willow and Nina, I think Lisa will probably be like, "Hey, y'all brought it on yourselves, cause
Mm-hmm.
y'all scheming was awful."
Right.
She
What
probably
what
like,
she told them to do better because
"Yeah,
they
yeah,
stuff is whack, She like,
yeah."
I need to do better. If you're gonna do it, then doggone do it right. So I was with Lisa on that.
Well, the other person who got on my nerves, they only showed her, I think, once or twice this week was Lulu. Now, Dante and Liz, they having this bonding chemistry moment about Rocco. And Liz said that she felt like Brett was trying to help out Rocco. And then Lulu walks in with the attitude saying, "Oh, well, you pretty much did the same thing that I did." And Dante, like, no. No, I did not. I literally put it together with Liz and I came straight to you. It's like Lulu tries to justify her actions. It's like, well, you did it, so what I did is not that bad. I'm like, Lulu, go sit down somewhere.
Did you
She
see Dante's face though when Liz walked in? His face kind of lit up.
He's like, hey, Liz. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, he
So
likes
they, yeah,
Liz.
I
But
think they
that's
definitely gonna put them
weird
together.
to be in competition with your uncle.
Well,
I
and then
don't
when Rick
know.
went to see Elizabeth when she was in the hospital after Brie had threw her in a closet, even he noticed the way she was speaking about Dante.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick had noticed it too. So I think Liz doesn't realize that she's probably having some feelings for him right now, but it's creeping in. It's definitely there. But yeah, the look on Dante's face when she walked into the police station, his face lit up. And I
Yeah,
was like, wow,
yeah.
you haven't seen that on him since Sam passed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting to see how they do that love triangle with Rick, Elizabeth, and Dante. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be hella messy, but hey,
We here for it.
we here for it though, right? It's a soap. So thank you everybody for listening to our take on General Hospital this week. Thank you so much for your reviews. We got one recently said that Our podcast is fun, but we take it very seriously. Yes, yes, we do. And we love to have fun talking about soap. So thank you so much for being here and following us. We really appreciate you. Be safe out there. Until next
Bye,
time.
bye everyone.